affordable signature scents for the summertime. Let's talk about it.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about 10 scents that are for the summertime you could signature scent, but not just the summertime. You can honestly signature scent this throughout the entire year. These are fresh fragrances that'll last during most of the year, and for that reason, they're perfect signature scents. So rather than just limiting to signature summer and spring, which although you can still do with these, you don't have to signature these into the other seasons, but these for the most part will still work into the other occasions. And the reason I made this list or brought that up is because these actually have decent performance. So they're not only fresh, but they can last into a multitude of other seasons. Let's start with an honorable mention, shall we? This is a banger of a fragrance. It's called Hollister Festival Night. Smells like 1 Million meets YSL L'Homme. Compliment magnet, it lasts like good 6 to 7 hours. It gets the job done and it smells really good. I was surprised when I found that at my rack store for like 15 bucks. I was like, you know what? Let me just see what it smells like. I wore it and I actually fell in love. It smells like more expensive designer fragrances. If you're not really crazy about the bottle, then yeah, that's why it's just an honorable mention. Let's go ahead and get started with the bread and butter of this list. This is going to be a fragrance that's under 25 bucks. The performance definitely places it on this list because it's deserving of more than just summer and spring signature, but you can also do that, of course. This is Fakhar by Latafa. This smells like YEDP. It has that same sage, aromatic, ambery dry down that lasts all day. These are fragrances, especially this one, it gets you compliments, man. There isn't a time where I haven't rocked this and gotten close encounters with somebody where they don't say something about the way I smell with this one, especially because of its projection. So yes, there are other inspos that smell like this. This is probably one of the best projecting and performing ones. In terms of the performance, I get a solid 8 hours with that projection being extremely solid for the first 2 hours. It doesn't smell like, you know, designer quality per se, but it gets damn near close, and for under 30 bucks, yeah, it's an absolute no-brainer. The occasions is also a versatility magnet. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, but for this one specifically, spray it on about 30 minutes before you leave because of the way that it smells in the beginning. So aside from that, it's definitely worth it. It's bang for buck, it's signature scent, it has the quality and the longevity, a great fragrance. Moving on to the next one, this is a sport fragrance that you could wear every single day, even in other seasons, but I personally would wear other fragrances during the winter time. This is El Durgham by Arda Za'faran. It says limited edition, but it's gold, that's the one we're talking about. Smells like Alurom Sport vibes, has those citruses, that tonka, the musk, etc., but it doesn't have a rubber accord, which I get with Alurom Sport, which in my opinion does it a favor. Also lasts 6 to 7 hours, but I can see this be fitting even during the fall and the springtime as well. Signature scent approved, and it smells like something you can rock every single day. Something that screams masculine, fresh at the same time, and it has signature scent written all over it. Office, school, gym, that's the case with most of these. You could potentially even dress this one up during like summertime, during dinner dates, etc. This is one that you could go with. Fresh and clean, smells good, so there's no reason why you can't wear it to a date. Next one on this list is another one that flies under the radar a little bit. It doesn't have the best performance, but that means still 6 hours of performance. It's called Trophy Silver by Latafa. This will remind you of Born in Roma, the original. It has some citruses, maybe a little bit of ambroxan and vetiver, smells really good. It's a fragrance that's citrus and woods. It's relatively simple, but it does get the job done, and it smells like something you don't really get tired of. It's just pretty clear cut. So although not the most complex fragrance in the world, it's one that's gonna smell clean, woody, masculine, and citrus forward. A great one you can also signature scent, and it'll last a good 6 hours. For the right price, under 40 bucks, which generally speaking it is, it's definitely worth the pickup. So if you enjoy those designer realm DNAs, which everybody does, this is worth grabbing at a fraction of the price. Occasions for this is not as dressed up. I wouldn't try and dress this up, gentlemen. This is something like daily scent. If you're going to the gym, school, office, easy, inoffensive, and a great fragrance. It does not smell cheap either. Average performance, under 50 bucks, definitely worth the pickup, and easy signature scent. Moving on to the next one, this will give you a bit more performance, actually a lot more performance. This is Ahmed Al-Maghribi's Kaf. If you like Fitch Fears, Percival, etc., this one does it in a very high quality fashion. It lasts all day, it's metallic, it's fresh, it's got the same Fierce style DNA as well. So if you're on a budget for those style DNAs, even better than Fierce is this one. It lasts longer, it's not going to have you guessing whether or not you sprayed it on. It's a fragrance that projects a little bit too much for me because I don't like metallic, but a lot of people do. So if you do enjoy Fierce, then you're definitely gonna love this one. Some of the highest quality comes from Ahmed al-Maghribi for sure, especially with these cheapy brands. They don't compromise, and that's definitely the case with Kof. For the most part, the feedback on this one has always been great. If you enjoy Fierce, which smells good, just I can't rock it personally, you guys. It gives me a headache. There's something in it that just doesn't work for me. The original, it's gotta be the note of petitgrain, which is in common with a lot of those DNAs. It doesn't work for me. But for those that wear it, it smells really good. Performance all day, I would say at least 8 hours, and occasions, literally anything. I wouldn't dress this one up either because it smells like jeans and a white tee, but that's what you want out of a signature scent. The fact that it dressed up, or it can be dressed up, is a plus. So considering 25 bucks, this is absolutely insane. We're talking about fragrances that are less than freaking 2 double chicken bowls from Chipotle. Seriously. I go to the Chipotle and I buy a double chicken bowl for like, it's like $14 right now. How's your festival night, baby? Okay, let's keep it moving. Moving on to the next one, Dylan Blue. I love this. My heart beats, like my heart is probably Dylan Blue. It's like boom, boom, Dylan Blue. Dylan Blue. It smells really good. It's a signature scent of mine for a long time, and it got me a crap ton of compliments, gentlemen. It's more Middle Eastern vibe of Sauvage. Imagine if Sauvage was from the Middle East. That's what this would be. Ambroxan, peppers, incense. It's very sexy. But if you don't like Middle Eastern, then you're probably not going to enjoy this one that much. I find it extremely sexy. And actually, let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory. I didn't like it at first. I found it to be harsh. I was like, how the hell does anybody like this? But once upon a time, I went to the gym, smelled something on my friend. I was like, what in the actual F are you wearing, bro? He said it was this. And I was like, there's no way it smells that good in the air. And sure enough, I started spraying it, wearing it, and letting it just do its thing. And my God, I felt absolutely in love with this. Do the same thing, gentlemen. Try it. Don't sniff it up close for a little bit. And eventually now I can sniff it up close and spray. I can spray it in my nose and know that this smells amazing. Lasts all day, and it's something you can also dress up, dress down, and wear all freaking year. Even during the winter time, it's an excellent fragrance. If you're on a budget and you can't afford that, although it's relatively affordable at discounters, not many people can afford that. Al-Qannas by Arda Za'faran. This is an excellent fragrance that does ambroxan, it does peppers, it does incense. It's not as prominent in the ambroxan or the quality, but it gets the job done. Al-Qannas is another one that I rocked, and I fell in love with it, honestly. And I didn't know what it was doing at first. Like, what is this reminding me of? But after some time in wearing, I realized that it reminds me of Dylan Blue, but Dylan Blue is one I'll always have in my collection. It's not quite spot on, but it's really good nevertheless. Moving on to the next one. This, a lot of people talk about, but they talk about it because it's a good thing. It's Lacoste L1212 White. This isn't one that I would put at the top priority of your list, unless you're an office goer. If you go to the office and you like florals and freshness, this is a great one, man. It smells like a white t-shirt that just came out of the wash and dry, basically. You can wear it every single day, and if that sounds like gold, then that's exactly what it is. In my opinion, that's pretty gold. Although simple, it has a lot of value in my opinion because of its sheer versatility. You can wear it to the gym, you can wear it to the office, you can wear it to school, you can wear it wherever the hell you want. And if you want a little bit more performance during the winter time, I would just cake the hell out of this thing on because it's not offensive. Not the best performer in the world, but like I said, I just wouldn't place it at the very top of the list, but does smell really good. Considering the facts nowadays, this, you still pick it up for like $45 to $60, and a lot of these are $25 to $30. Think about what you want out of your fragrance. So I wanted to put this in the list to kind of provide different spectrums. There are people that like beastly stuff, there are people that like Middle Eastern style DNAs, and although these are Middle Eastern fragrances, not all of them have a Middle Eastern edge and bite. That's a different stigma, that's for another video. So all things considered, average performance at best, and the price being a little bit testy, still the versatility of it definitely makes it something worth considering to pick up. I'm not even gonna tell you guys you have to have it. You don't have to have it, but it smells really good nevertheless. If you like fragrances like YSL Myself that does those white florals, etc., I'm not saying this smells like it, but it definitely places me in a similar vein or category of fragrances. Not nearly as sweet, not nearly as refined up or anything like that, but it does play in that safe territory and compliment getting factor fragrances. All right, we're down to the last three, and this wasn't in any particular order. This is relatively new. It's called Celestia VIola. Celestia VIola smells like amberwood, some saffron, and a lot of citruses. It reminds me of Instant Crush and actually reminds me a lot of it, okay? It smells really good. The quality and the scent profile of this is is niche level stuff. I would signature scent this in the spring and summertime. If you like BR540 DNA or styled fragrances, a lot of people find similarities to Instant Crush. I personally do as well, but there's a lot more to Instant Crush than just that. To say it's just BR540 with fruits, it's not. It's got a zingy ginger, it's got a lot more citruses. This definitely smells more expensive. Now the longevity of this is about 6 hours, but it's still not bad. It smells very expensive. This has rich man vibes written all over it and rich woman vibes written all over it because it's extremely unisex. If you like ginger, fruits, amber woods, that whole spun sugar DNA, you're going to love this one. Signature scent approved, and it's actually Instant Crush is one that I take with me on trips. And nowadays, especially, you know, not wanting to lose a more expensive fragrance, I would consider grabbing something that's a cheaper alternative. I still own Instant Crush. I still definitely think that there's a certain refinement and it's worth picking up. One of the best from Mancera for a lot of people. This, however, is for a fraction of the price, has an expensive scent profile, and it lasts, I would say, about average. So a great signature scent, but this more so for just like spring, summer, and potentially fall. Definitely not the winter time. Still really good. All things considered, for under 50 bucks, it definitely smells like it's got a price tag much more than just that. Next one on this list also smells much more expensive, and the longevity is all day, easily. Celestia Oros. I always recommend this, and I will continue to because of the fact that it gives you value for money. When you spray this on, it smells like Hachibat had a baby with a Ventus, so a little bit of extra soil to that whole blackcurrant and pineapple DNA. Pineapple, blackcurrant, oak moss, but it also has a soil nature to it. That's the whole Hachibat aspect that's coming with that. For around $50, lasting all day, smells like $1,000,000. This also smells like something from the office to the gym to work. It smells really good. It definitely has a masculine vibe to it and smells more grown than most, youthful style fragrances like Fakar and YEDP. But for the money, gentlemen, this is probably one of the best signature summertime and spring and even wintertime fragrances that you can have in your collection. Last but not least, from Armaf, this is Club de Nuit Sillage. Club de Nuit Sillage, in my opinion, is really close to Silver Mountain Water. In fact, one of the closest. I've had Rosaces, I've had other fragrances that do this similar scent profile and DNA, and while I'm not the craziest about it, I really am not, because it has that same petitgrain and the whole metallic vibe to it, it still smells much more expensive. It also lasts all day. Something like the aforementioned might not last all day for sure, and for a fraction of the price, it's not gonna give you the same refinement, but shit, it'll give you definitely more than what you paid for. Lasts all day. The occasions, I would say this is definitely going to be spring and summertime. It has that metallic nature to it you have to enjoy. I'm not the craziest about it, but still a lot of you guys out there absolutely love it. And for that reason, I still think this is a great signature scent. I've smelled it on other people and I've appreciated it and I like it. In the air, it smells much better. And all things considered, what it smells like is more expensive. That's the point. And also the point is that you can signature scent this during the spring and the summertime. One that you can dress up and or dress down. You could wear this to a yacht. You can wear this to like a summer, clubbing, etc. It's got the projection. It's got the performance. It does it all, man. So price tag on this, sometimes around 50 or less. Generally speaking, it's 50 or less. And all of these should be around under 55 bucks. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep smelling good. Spring, summer, fall, winter. And until the next one, peace. And let's keep our money for those double chicken bowls. Peace.